I mean, there's a part of Accra. I'm not going to mention even.
Yes.
But I'll give you the case. So one family claimed ownership of this land. They went to court.
Yes.
And won.
Yeah.
So when they won, then they started, so they were selling the land.
Yes.
Then this family goes on appeal. And recently you've seen even the Supreme Court, the ruling
Yes.
that says that, additional information shows that this family that was believed to have been owners of the land are no longer the owners of the land.
Okay.
So at the time I was buying the land, they were the owners of the land.
Very well.
Now that the court has ruled that they are not the owners of the land, do I have to go and pay for the land all over again, when at the time my due diligence told me that, for instance, Winston Wobil is the owner, and subsequently the court says Samuel Adame should have been the owner? Why should I pay again?
You do not have to pay again, because the law doesn't act backwards.
Yeah.
It cannot. The Supreme Court ruling cannot go and take away your rights that has accrued before the ruling. So what happens is that, or what the courts would say is that you atone tenancy to the new owners. What that means is that in case you want to deal with the land in any matter in the future, these people that you bought the land from are no more your landlords. So you have to deal with the new owners. For example, maybe you have a parcel of land that you have for 99 years. You intend to give it to another person. So you have stayed on the land for 40 years. Now you have 50 years, 55 years left. You want to sell it to a developer. Then you would need the consent of your original grantors, the people who sold the land to you. Okay. So the stool that sold the land to you, ideally or ordinarily, you would have gone back to them to give you consent to give the 55 years to the developer. Now, the Supreme Court says that the previous owners are no more the owners of that land. So what it means is that if you want to sell that land to another person, you have to go to the new people for their consent and for the whatever the person needs to pay to the new owners of the land. That's what. But it doesn't mean that your rights have been taken away. You have to pay for the land all over again. No, that is not what it means.
Because that's what they do in Accra. I mean, all of a sudden, once they get a ruling, then they move on and start demolishing properties.
No, that's wrong.
Unfortunately, that's what they do. Sometimes some people do. They come over, they ask you to buy the land again.
It's yes, informally, or like what happens, we see that a lot. That you bought the land from someone. He says, no, now I'm not the owner of the land. You have to buy it from me. For you to have your peace of mind and sleep, people just go give them the money so that you can continue with your development. But legally, it is not right, because the law doesn't act retrospectively. That is what the law does.